And we're in, and we'll go back to Final Fantasy XIV. Well, last episode, we continued the storyline in this game and dealt with a pompous fool for pretty much most of it, right? Right. So today we're continuing the quests and see if we can finish up. We did unlock Repelling Shot, which I haven't had a chance to test out yet, but who cares? Let's keep going, right? Oh, and there's a word of warning right now. I'm dealing with some errors, so if the video cuts short, just know it's beyond my power, and I'll make it up next episode. Alright, let's do this. What do we got? You come at a good time, Mechanist. I have a task for you. You always do. A petition has arrived from the proprietor of the Buscaron's Druthers. Oh, isn't that the bar? Out in the South Shroud. The petitioner, Buscaron himself, has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. You really need three people? With three of us, you mean Mechanist, myself, and Pompous Fool number 1. It would be better if I went alone, Lucienne. The Nicote, whatever they are, and the other one will only encumber me. I swear I'm gonna put an arrow somewhere you're not gonna like it. No, Savare. You'll go as 3. Also, it is past time you recognize Mechanist as a fellow archer. Not happening. I will not have... I will not... Okay, sorry. I will not. I have held my tongue on the matter of his continued presence here, but I will bend no further. While you're holding your tongue, what are you bending? Who in the Seven Hills do you think you are? Lord Lewin? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a Quiverman anymore. That may be, but I have shed blood defending our borders, unlike you, savage. Savage? You know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough! To be fair, I was gonna interrupt him with an arrow. Or maybe just the bow, smack him a bit with the bow. Really show him some disrespect, right? Right. But one more word and you shall have cause to regret your petulance. The three of you will go to Buscaron's Struthers in the South Shroud, now out of my sight. Hey, no target practice, I'll take it. Unless it's gonna get there, it's like, I'm not sure you can hold up to my standards. So here, I put a couple, targets out there. Go take care of it. I seriously doubt that's it, but let us see. Let's see, to the South Shroud. Let's see, north, south. Is it quicker to go here? No, I don't see why. Alright, while we're here, let's test out Repelling Shot on some of these very weak enemies. Alright, does it actually attack? We jump back, and yes, it does do damage. Oh, go away. I was just testing out an attack. And yes, it does attack. Cool, cool, cool. So now we have a... Oh, I'm about to get hit, jump out of the way attack. Which is good, and we're pretty much just heading straight south. There's nothing to do along the way, so let's just do some idle chit-chat, right, Orbo? Yeah. So after this, we will be doing the warrior playthrough of his quest line, and see what that's like. I'm kind of hopeful for the warrior. It's either going to be very basic, or it's actually have a nice story, kind of like the gladiator. I'm hoping more for the latter, but I guess only time will tell. And of course, after that, we have Lancer, and what else do we have unlocked? The monk, which, can I just say, although I don't get the monk, I mean, I can play it, obviously the tooltips do help. It does the most damage right now, and it kind of infuriates me because I know eventually it's going to get to a point where I'm probably not going to be able to play it anymore. That being said, Lancer seems like it's really good right now. Don't know about the future, and Ninja just seems Rogue right now seems very, very weak. I hope the Ninja version's way better, but only time will tell. Alright, we're in the South Shroud. Did I distract you long enough? What do you mean, no? Alright, luckily it's right there. Almost there. Fast travel would have been better, but I don't think there's a crystal here. It doesn't look like it, so I was right to walk. I probably should have cut, but you know what? Who cares? Alright, Buscanor, or Buscaron, we're back, only this time we have a bow. Did you miss us? Probably not, let's be honest. You lot must be from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends, although I clearly know one of you from before. Now, as your guild master will have said, I put in a request, you put in a petition, for some keen-eyed archers to help me track down a gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts. If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the God's Quiver nor the Wood Whalers deemed them worthy of attention, why then did you imagine them worthy of ours? 'Cause these ain't no common poachers. They're a Pawa Mujik's gang? I hope I said that name right. They say she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out here somewhere. This thing is, I can't just send my people out searching. I made a pact with the Red Belly Bandits, see? We stay on their territory and they don't make no trouble at the Druthers. That being said, if I summon the massed ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all of a sudden hells would swiftly break loose. Assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it, though, I've got 3 keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead, and all without raising no alarms. Very sneaky, Buscaron. We understand. You may leave the matter to us. Leia, Mechanist, split up and scour the area for any sign of the poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go. You got it. Alright, search for clues. I'm going to stay off charcoal bow just because I don't know if I'm going to get into a fight or not. I'd rather be ready for a fight. Alright, search for clues. Search for clues. And that means search for sparklies. Alright, looks like an arrow's over here. It's not my arrow, but it is a poacher's arrow. Although I'm gonna get blamed for it, just watch. Alright, there are more clues in this area. It seems so. Let's see. No, there's nothing there. Oh, this is gonna be tricky to find, ain't it? Nope, there's another one. Alright, we got an iron leg trap. Not mine, I swear. And now where is the last one? That is the real question. Probably over here if I'm going to be educated about it. Educated. Make an educated guess. God, what am I saying? Neither do I. Let's see. Does it look... Oh, no, there it is. I knew it. What is it? It's a bottle. It's an empty mead bottle. So people got drunk and shot off arrows. Alright, good to know. And enemy attack? Nope, we're actually going to consult. And I was expecting a battle. And I was ready. Bow drawn, arrow knocked. We were ready. Alright, what everybody else's findings? I bet they didn't find anything. But I found everything. Except for the pompous one. He probably went off and found him on his own. Nope, he's here. An iron leg trap and a poacher's arrows. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find Pawa. And these meatballs are but old refuse from before the Druthers was even built. They have no connection to the gang. What do you know of this Pawa woman? Sylvair? Sylv? I know that she is the most infamous poacher ever to walk the 12 woods. A born leader, deadly with the bow, she formed her own gang of Makote hunters. She was apprehended once, but would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her before vanishing without a trace. Was that you? Is that so? In any case, we scoured the area and found nothing. How do we know that this Pawa was ever even here? I say we inform the Gotchweaver and the Wood Whalers, taking care not to implicate Buscanor, and leave the rest to them. This doesn't concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania, Leia. I don't care about Gridania. Pawa Mujuk, whatever, Pawa, is a savage and utterly amoral poacher whose actions, however, indirectly threaten the city's well-being. What would a vagrant like you know of duty to one's homeland? No more than he, I suspect. How dare you, and you, Mechanist, say something? Now is not the time for this. Knock it off, I'm going to put an arrow somewhere you won't like it. Very well. We will return to the matter at hand. Mayhap we should take a second look at the clues we have gathered. I have gathered. Look all we want, though the trap and arrow we found suggest poaching, there is nothing remotely unusual about them. What do you think we should examine, Mechanist? I'm going with the trap. Because you have to actually take the effort to place it. This trap is a common tool for hunting bears. Such devices do not distinguish between friend or foe, and have been to cause many a tragedy for both man and chocobo. Gridania hunters would never stoop so low. Poachers, meanwhile, are wont to litter the forest floor with these accursed things. That said, I see nothing here that will lead us to Pawa. Let's check out the arrow then. Maybe it's made of a special wood. We know that this is the poacher's arrow. Beyond that, it tells us nothing. Alright, the bottles! Or do we have to actually go through all three? Yeah, probably all three. Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you, these bottles predate the Drethers. They have no connection with this matter. But these bottles are so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait, before the calamity, Buscaron once served as a sentry, yet even then he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern, and it was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock. If some survived, of course, Buscaron's scar, his old lookout post. It may not be Pawa Mujuk, but we must investigate at once. Yeah, just because a bottle's old doesn't mean it's not a clue. Come on. Alright, Chocobo, let's go. We're gonna take care of some poachers. And that's probably it. I bet this is gonna end with the Pawa quest. I hate saying that name, it doesn't sound right. Alright, here we are, Fate Footprints. And enemies appear? Well, level sync. Close enough. Alright, let's do this. Any signs? Look, the ground is covered in Makote footprints. Sorry about that, had an error I had to address. Let's see, these tracks are fresh, very fresh. I'll wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled, else they're heading nearby. Take cover! Some archer. Hey, and there I was thinking, we caught ourselves some meddling bloody masqueraders? Not that I'm complaining, hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced. I like that bow. Speaking of ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? How about I knock this arrow? Would you lecture us on manners? Surely I have heard it all. The name's outnumbered. We'd best split up. Alright, I'll take a ball and you run. The leader is mine. I'll try to isolate her from her litter. Sylve, Mechanist, the rest I leave to you two. As you will. Okay, let's hope she doesn't betray us. I don't care, but I still want to deal with any betrayal stories right now. Alright. This should be easy. I am completely over-leveled and I deal ridiculous amounts of damage. Focus on my target. No, I'm not going to. Ooh, Hawk's Eye. That was really convenient. And now Power Arrow. That should be that one done. There we go. More enemies to deal with. Take care of the melee first. Actually, I should take care of the ranged. Alright, Super Shot. Target the right one, please. Poison you. Oh, somebody's healing, ain't you? Oh, right there. Take care of the healer first. Point blank arrow to the head. Yeah, let's try surviving that one. Goodbye. Is there more? Where are they spawning? Oh, there it is. That's the one we gotta target first. Now I can do all my abilities. Boom, healer is gone. I'm just going to walk around and shoot you because I can. And oh, look at this, I can jump out of the way, and I'm safe. Why won't you go down? You have no health. Go away. You're annoying. And that should take care of the last one. Alright, that might have been a challenge if I wasn't so over-leveled. But we're done. Now, did the other one fall in battle or did she betray us? Was that the last of them? I don't see any more. Have you seen Alia? With me, Mechanist. Nice shot, show I shot the bow. Tisk, tisk. That was a piss poor showing, sister. And you call yourself a keeper? Hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. And I shot their bow. Or did he? Somebody shot your bow. Nice shot. I'll give you that. Just because I don't like you doesn't mean I can't praise you. Ah, bugger. Looks like playtime's over. Be seeing you, sister. Does she call her sister because they're both cats, or are they actually related? That is the question I have. And... oh, we got a return. Alright, Chocobo, help me out here. Got a little bit of a walk. And I'm guessing it's back to Gridania to turn in our information, get some gold, and... at least the story's starting to get interesting. I'm not just doing target practice anymore. Actually, I guess while I'm here, I should do the Dragoon next. Then I can say goodbye to this place for a while. Seven hells. They were at my old post, and they drink my old mead? That stings most of all. Well, 'tis past time the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messenger to the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver. The red-bellied bandits won't like it one bit, but I'll see they were told exactly who the military's after. I only hope it'll be enough. Of course, Pawa, no fool. Now she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bells sound. And the trail won't stay fresh long neither. Anyway, you've done me a great kindness, friend. Tell Lucian I appreciate the help. I will in a moment, because we can teleport. I wish I wasn't on such a long cooldown. I mean, on the one hand, it makes sense. It's powerful, returns you back to your last save spot or your home. But at the same time, you know, what's spamming it gonna do? It's not like it's gonna break the game, will it? Maybe it would. I don't know. Alright, more story done. But it is picking up, so at least we have that, right? Yeah. Welcome back, Magnus. Syl tells me that you encountered Pawa. No Gridanian could fail to recognize that name, so oft has it been spoken with such bitterness. I feel we lack the strength to face her ourselves. This is a matter for the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of our art. Really? and I was surprised to note that Lay and Sylve were not at loggerheads upon their return. I presume we owe this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence? Maybe. No, modest to the last. Truly your every deed bespeaks a clarity of vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share your perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As you go forth and temper your skills in battle, know that we will always look forward to your return. Yep, I appreciate the compliment, but give me my money. And more money. Level 25 though, which means there's only 2 more. Ooh, we'll probably be able to finish up next time. Mechas, I had hoped you would come. You may be able to help. I am concerned about Lay and Sylve. They show signs of losing perspective and, well, mayhap it is best you see for yourself. I cannot help but feel that both would benefit from your counsel. Consider this a personal request, Mechanist. Alright, I'll see what I can do, but no promises. Oh gosh, did Lucian send you to pester me by any chance? This is hardly her concern. It is most definitely not yours. If you must know, I decided to leave the guild. I mean to track down Palwa and finish what we started. The God's Quiver and Wood Whaler seem content to ignore our warnings, but I will not let her escape again. I already made that mistake once, and it cost me my place in the God's Quiver. The foolish young sentry to whom I spoke was me. That was obvious. We had her Mechanist. There was no escape, but then she began to wail about her wounded comrade, the one who would surely die without her help. She looked me straight in the eyes and begged. And I blinked, and I failed to see through her most elementary ruse. I failed Gridania and the God's Quiver. And while that can never be forgiven, mayhap I could claim a measure of honor by stopping her. But a wanderer like you would not understand what it means to betray your people. Or not. I do not intend to leave just yet. I will continue to gather information until I am certain of Palwa's whereabouts. Make no mistake though, it's only a matter of time. Now run along, will you? Oh, and if you're so concerned about your fellow guildmates, you should attend to that moping Mikote. The sight of her shuffling around while staring at her feet is bad for morale. Not that it matters to me. Oh, it's you. Tell me, Mechas, do you ever think about home? I guess in this world we technically don't have a home, do we? Yeah. Do you ever wish you could go back? Mine was just another poor village in the Twelve's woods. The fields were more stone than soil, and merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. We didn't have a lot, but we didn't need it. And then the calamity came. I remember the running, the screams. It was so loud, Mechanist, so unbearably loud. And then I was here, in a strange city, surrounded by more people than I had ever seen, and I didn't know any of them. But I knew how to hunt. I was always good at hunting. Mechanist and the guild gave me my place. I don't get that phrasing, whatever. And the guild gave me a place to get better. At least I thought I'd gotten better. Palwa, she was so much more. I've been thinking, Mechanist, that maybe this is a sign. Maybe Sylve is right, and this guild, this city, is no place for an outsider like me. And so I've decided to leave, while everybody's leaving. To be fair, once I'm done with this quest, I'm leaving too. I'm glad I have known you, Mechanist, even if it was only for a short while. Forgive me, this is too selfish a request, but before I go, I would like to meet with you one last time. Alone, in the South Shroud, these Gordanians would not understand. Alright, looks like we're going to a secret meeting in the South Shroud, which means it's back to walking. But yeah, I want to do Warrior next, but I think the Warrior quest line is back home in Uldal. So while I'm here in Gridania, I should probably do the Lancer quest. Then I can go to Uldal. Oh no, the Warrior isn't Uldal, it's the ocean. That's where the Warrior quest line is. And the monk is Uldal. Yeah, I guess after this we'll do Lance next. I'd rather do warrior, but hey. Well, here in Gridania, right? Maybe that's why I should leave it for last, because I don't like Gridania. Orbo, what do you think? Oh, of course, now you don't have an opinion. I actually want one. What do we do? What do we do? I guess you know what, we'll finish up the Archer quest line and decide from there. On the one hand, we don't have a melee, but we did have range technically with the Black Mage. But we're also here already, but I also kind of want to see what the warrior can do when it levels up and evolves. What to do, what to do. Yeah, you know what, I'll figure out. It's not your problem. It's mine. Like so many other problems. Alright, we're almost there, right? I just hope it's not too deep in the South Shroud. Otherwise, I should have just cut. But I will next time, I promise. Alright, bye the tree slugs. You know, with that many tree slugs nearby, this probably is moist with their mucus, and that's just a disgusting sentence. Why'd I say that? Yeah, I regret it too. I did not join your fate. I'm just passing by. Leave me alone. But after this is the level 30 quest, and then I think it's the Archer quest. So, next episode, I guess we should be able to finish up archery and see what it means to be a bard. And then we gotta figure out what we're doing. Lancer or warrior? Lancer or warrior. You know what, I'll put it into a randomizer, see what happens. Alright, we're almost there. We're probably gonna get ambushed again, aren't we? And of course it's up there, why wouldn't it be? There we go. Got my bow up to ready. Let's do this. More story. No, don't hurt him. And there I was thinking they might accept my kind of invitation. I don't recall inviting him though. 'Tis rude to presume, Sonny, and I do so hate rudeness. Wait, it's not his fault, it's mine. I invited him. He's a member of the Archers Guild like me, and he's not Gridanian. I do begin to recall his face. He knows how to hold a bow, that one. Well, he ain't the typical recruit, but I reckon I might be willing to make an exception. No, it's not like that. I wanted to say goodbye. Mechas, ever since I met Paula, I've been at a loss. But I realize now that my place isn't at the guild. With the Gridanians, they'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people, carrying on our traditions, our archery, not Gridania's. Well, I'm not gonna fault you there. It's all I have left, Mechanist, so I'm going with Paula. Maybe you don't understand now, but just promise me you won't tell Lucienne or Sylve. You know what, I'll respect her wishes. Just don't get into trouble, make me put an arrow through you. Made your peace with your little friend, have ye? Right then, let's get on with it. Shoot him! No! Ain't no love lost twixt in... I'm not even gonna try. Then there's the problem with the feather and a bloody venture. I'm not even gonna say her lines anymore. It'll miss him? Alright, then just stop. Dear me, and I have such high hopes for you. Waste of bloody time. A keeper which lost her nerves about as much use to me as a glass bow. There's no spot in killing captured prey. I better not see neither ye again, cause if I do, I'll show you what happens to prey that's daft enough to get caught twice. Away, sisters, away. Do you know what happened? Yeah, neither do I. How do you do it, Mechas? How do you live in this place with these people? I don't live here. And why do you even bother? What have they ever given you besides scorn? Well, what do you see in them, Mechanist? Even though you joined the guild after I did, you've come so far so quickly. Maybe you've even surpassed me. I have to know how you've done it. I have to know what it is that I'm doing wrong. And there's only one way I can think to find out. Meet me at Bannock. Alright, we're gonna have a duel. Where's this now? Back to where we, enough with the backtracking. This quest is not one You know what? It happens, we keep going. I thought she was gonna betray us, but I'm glad it didn't happen that way. I was actually worried. How about you, Orbo? You weren't, huh? Sure, I'm guessing you weren't. Wink wink. Sure, Orbo. Sure. Alright, we'll finish this quest up, and then next episode, we'll finish up the archery quest, do the bard introduction quest, and then see what it means to be a bard. That means this episode is a little bit shorter, but you know what, we're getting closer to that 40-minute mark. All about the ramp-up, right? Alright, where is this? It is... Wow, that's pretty far away. I should have just tried to fast travel. I keep forgetting to do that. Also, I gotta clear my inventory. Yeah, I should put in the You know what, while we're walking, let's randomize. Now, let's see. Warrior... and, Dragoon. Alright, Orbo, hit the randomizer. Alright, let's see. After this, we will level up and play through the story of... Oh, geez, can I go any slower? Orbo, what did you do? You could have found a faster one? Anyways, it looks like it's going to be... Lancer. Alright, we'll level up Lance. I guess we'll make do with the fact that we're in Gridania. Cool, means I don't have to come back here anytime soon. I hope. Oh, it's back here where we did some target practice. Shall we begin, Mechanist? Another level sync. Then defend yourself. Show me what these people have taught you. It is a duel? Then why'd you have to come all the way here? Whatever. Defeat you. Oh, fortunately for you, I'm incredibly high level, I have a lot of skill, I poisoned you, and look at that, I got Hawk's Eye. This isn't going to be much of a challenge. Oh, really? You bought a bird? That's cheating. Oh, I hope you said your piece to your bird. There we go. Nice try. You got another one? That's cheating and you know it. Alright, take care of that. You'll die to poison. Reapply poison. Super shot. Hawk's Eye shot. We're done, right? Yep, repelling shot. Dang it! I wanted to end in a flashy way. We didn't kill her, right? No, good. It's so simple. You have opened your eyes and looked beyond your master's faults. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even so, for all his bigotry, which is only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggles and became obsessed with my own. I was so afraid to let go of my cherished notion of archery, my family's notion, and learn another way. I didn't want to betray them or dishonor their memory. But I have family here too, a family that sees the wider world, and is willing to show me how blinkered I've become? That's a word? As archers, we train our eyes and minds to be unforgiving, to defy any attempt at concealment and discern the naked truth. It is little wonder, then, that I have neglected to look inside myself until now. Though unquestionably worthwhile, I found the experience rather excruciating. Thank you, Mechist. I now know that I belong at the guild, together with you and Lucienne. And yes, even with that bloody wildwood, God's help me, I think I might actually miss him. Ooh, a love story blooming? Alright, back to Lucienne. Teleports back up, we'll finish this up, and next episode, I think we become a bard. Which, I'm mostly curious about the abilities. Because I can't do the bard story quest, we're only just now level 30. Nice shade of purple on you. Archers Guild, what you got for me? I guess we gotta finish up this quest. Then, next episode, we finish up the Archer's quest line. And become a bard. I just wonder where the bard is. Probably here in Gridania. Welcome home, Mechanist. You need not say a word. One look on Leia's eyes was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervor, it becomes easy to lose sight of what lies before us. With your skill and vision, Mechanist, you can help your fellow archers to look beyond themselves and remember their comrades. Hope I can count on you in the future, in all your endeavors in the future. Yep, time to become a bard. Alright, this should be the last quest, and we get Wind Bite. Deals wind damage. Oh, by the way, I think I may have mentioned this before. I did look up the damage types. I guess it was something they wanted to implement, but never did. Ooh, some level 30 gear and a bow that we can't use because we're only level 30. Cool. Let's see, deal damage with a potency of 60. That's nothing. But it does damage over time. Ooh, we get 2 dots. Wind and poison. That sounds like fun. Well, next episode, we finish up being an archer. What fun this has been. Except it's been mostly target practice. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed gaming. This has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.